Hi everyone, welcome to the Muster Drill. I'm Scott, and today we're going to talk about the Federal Maritime Commission proposing rule changes to cruise ship refunds, as well as a personal comment about some YouTube controversy. Hi everyone, welcome back. So the federal agency in charge of ships and all these things that have to do with ships is called the Federal Maritime Commission, and they are proposing some rule changes to the cruise line refund policies. And so those rules they're just proposed right now. They're taking public comment up to October 25th, at which point they'll, make a decision. Chances are they're going to implement these. I can't imagine there would be strong public opposition or public commenting on why they shouldn't, especially since, it protects consumers. So here's the quick rundown on it. So if a cruise ship, like if you've booked a cruise and that your boarding of that ship has been delayed by 24 hours, for some reason, like for, whatever reason. I mean, it could be a million reasons why the cruise ship either completely bars you from coming on or delays it in that it's no fault of yours, right? Like, so it can't be because you showed up and acted crazy or something like that. But if they, if they've got something going on and you can't get on it, or you're delayed getting on by more than 24 hours, then they owe you a refund if you request one within 60 days, even if you're past that refund window. The second change is if you're delayed or canceled by more than 24 hours or by 24 hours as a result of a government order or government declaration, it could be like, whether this, that, or whatever, then they owe you a refund within 180 days from the time you tell them, hey, you know what, I'd like a refund. So they owe you that within 180 days. And then the third change they're proposing is if there's like a health declaration, so there's some issue, CDC issues or some other health declaration is issued that causes you to be causes your boarding of that ship canceled or delayed by 24 hours, then they owe you a future cruise credit. So, 100% future cruise credit, even if you're past the point, in which you can cancel for, like a full refund. And then if you cancel for any other reason, that's on you, then the normal cruise ship policy, cancellation policy applies. So that's a proposed change. I can't imagine there'd be public outcry for things like that. So I imagine that, there is public comment available on it at the, Federal Maritime Commission's website till the 25th of October. And then they'll implement that at some point afterwards, I would assume soon, because they've already got it all outlined. So unless they would have to make some major changes due to something else that comes up. But in any event, so that's basically all I'm going to report on today as far as cruise news goes. But what I also wanted to do is I wanted to just mention, like, I'm a new YouTube channel, so so I'm obviously new at this. I'm learning a lot, and I thank everyone for their support. I've been having sound issues I'm trying to work them out, and I'm using this pop filter now, as you can see, so hopefully that will cut down on it a little bit, and I'm making like mixer changes and things like that. So I apologize to anyone who's been overwhelmed by, you know, the booming of your speakers due to my voice. So I really apologize for that, and hopefully this will, you know, cut down on that along with some other tweaks that I'm making, and if not, I'll keep trying. So okay, so with that out of the way, I wanted to just talk about this controversy. So there's another YouTube channel, and I would love to be able to tag them, but I can't because a YouTube rule says I need to have 1,000 subscribers. So, you know, so if you haven't subscribed, please do, so that I can get to that 1,000 subscribers. So in any event, so there's this other YouTube channel, and they commented on something that I had already reported on, and a lot of other YouTube cruise related channels had reported on. So Marilyn Tackett was this lovely you know, woman who sailed with her family on the Carnival Vista, and she, you know, she contracted COVID. Nobody knows where she contracted COVID at. On the ship, before the ship, whatever. Okay, so she contracted COVID. She wasn't feeling good by the time the ship had gotten to Belize, and she, you know, went to the medical center, and they tested her. She was positive for COVID. They made arrangements for her to leave the ship and go to a hospital in Belize. Now, I talked about this in another video. The hospital demanded $5,000 from the family, you know, because your American health insurance doesn't work outside the country. So, okay, so they demanded that money from her, from the family, before they admitted her. They came up with it. They admitted her. She was on a ventilator. Turns out that she needed to be sent to a hospital in the United States. She's from Oklahoma, I believe. So, you know, the family started a GoFundMe page to raise funds for that. And, you know, they eventually got her there. She was put back on a ventilator there, but she, you know, unfortunately died. You know, we talked about this like I said, in a previous video. Our hearts go out to the family. We're, you know, really sorry. It's very tragic. You know, and it is a terrible, terrible thing that so many people have died from, you know, from COVID-19. So, so in any event, this other YouTube channel had just simply commented on it. I watched his video. I mean, he talked about how, like, another channel had mentioned it. I mentioned it on a previous video. You know, a lot of channels mentioned it. He didn't say anything terrible or controversial or insensitive, in my opinion, whatsoever. And I guess, you know, and then he had to issue an apology video. Okay, so, hey, you know what? Great. Big of you to do that. You know, I'm sure it's something that I would do in that situation. I'm sure it's something we would all do in that situation. And I'm learning, you know, as I'm doing this. And it's tough for me because when I look at his videos, I don't see where he did anything to apologize for. But, okay. He clearly offended somebody. Again, not sure how he did it, but he did, and he did the big thing, and it taught me something, and I learned from it, and I get it, and okay. And I hope that I never have to issue an apology video, or that I ever do anything to offend somebody, but you know, this situation with him, you know, this other YouTube channel has certainly opened my eyes to it, and I've learned something. So, and I guess I just wanted to share that. So, so that's really it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you would, please subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost you anything. You click the button once and you never have to worry about it again. And it'll really help our channel out a lot. And we appreciate those who have subscribed so far. And please Please click the notification bell so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.